All right, that's a brand new song by Shave Kitty called the Maury Island Incident, which to me today, that's still a Mandela effect because I remember calling Maury Island, but they call it Maury Island. It's a Mandela effect, doesn't matter. But so that's a new song, Maury Island Incident. Anybody who wants that song, just email me. I'll send you the full copy, which I probably dump a video on there anyway. Now, Maury Island. All right, people, we're going to revisit this because I still think we live in the world, especially now, starting today, a movie coming out called Disclosure Day. So UFOs, are going to get very, very extra popular. The Steven Spielberg movie. It is. And again, I still feel that you can disagree with me or not, that I still feel that Maury Island is technically more important than Roswell. I still think there's a connection between the two. Now, if it's two ways to think of it. Roswell could have been technically a setup for Maury Island, or I believe it's connected with the same species. I don't think we had two different species. If you believe, first of all, you don't have to believe if there's species for both. Okay, if you do believe that we've been visited by outer space, they gotta be the same clan, people. If you believe both are real, you ain't gonna tell me somehow in 1 year we get lucky within 2 weeks, two different alien races came to Earth within 2 weeks and they both crashed. No, I still think they're connected and all that. And Bob, a while back, I actually made, I forgot that I made a video. It's like a AI voice type of video of a connection between Maury Island and Roswell. It kind of explains the story of Maury Island. So I thought I'll play the 8-minute video, but I'll pause it from here to here to kind of give people, if they came here and they don't know the story of Maury Island. So this will kind of, my opinion, help, in my opinion.
Maury Island Incident recounts a story of a flying saucer that occurred on June 21st, 1947, which interestingly predates the famous Roswell UFO incident in New Mexico by...
You guys hear that? It predates Roswell. So this ain't something that people can say, oh, Maury Island is copying Roswell. No, technically, if you're going to think that way, it's Roswell over Maury Island. I just want to bring that out. So let's not forget about that. It predates Maury Island.
2 weeks. Are these two stories somehow connected? Let us delve into the details of both incidents. Harold Dahl, a resident of Tacoma, Washington, serves as the central figure in the Maury Island incident. On an ill-fated day, he embarks on a boating expedition in Puget Sound alongside his son and faithful canine companion. While navigating the waters, Dahl's attention is captivated by the presence of 6 peculiar flying objects resembling donuts hovering in the sky above. Astonishingly, one of these unidentified flying objects suddenly detonates, showering the boat with a torrent of scorching debris. Tragically...
Hold on, I'm going to pause it for a second to ask Dr. Wu a question about that. Now, the story goes, a debris came down. Do you believe it's a debris of, I don't know, they're releasing garbage, or is this like a planned drop that this spaceship did, or was it a malfunction from the UFO in your expert opinion?
No, I think it's 100% intentional. It's all intentional because there was multiple. Okay, so let's put it like this. You're just not going to have an advanced civilization just screw up and, navigate for millions of years without any problems, all of a sudden have a problem. No, what I'm saying is they did it intentional because it was after that point that it looked like we had a lot of strange anomalies happening. I mean, to me, they just opened up the fucking Stargate, a portal, whatever. They did it on purpose. They opened up. I think they opened them up in certain areas. They opened it up in right here in Puget Sound, right up the road from where you and I live. So, and they did the same thing at Roswell. It's the same story. It's the same exact story. One of them says it exploded in all kinds of different parts and pieces all over the place. It's the same thing as over here. I mean, what's the difference between exploding and melting? I mean, this depends on the description of how you noticed it do its thing. It's the same thing. Okay. It's a different little bit of language, but it's the same fucking thing. They opened up a portal in a timeline or something. That's why everything's all screwed up. I mean, it is, but it is what it is. It's like time travelers came here and screwed everything up. Because if you notice, like you and I were making jokes about the phenomenon, the Mandela effect. It's all how this shit's happening now. And we're having all these UFOs coming in and out of what looks like portals. I mean, right out of like the Bermuda Triangle down in South America. It's the same story over and over again. And every place has the same situation that happens afterwards. All kinds of weird like reality glitches and strange things in the reality that's all around us. So that's my opinion. It was intentional.
Well, let's hear a little bit more of this.
Dahl's beloved dog loses its life in the incident, while his son sustains burns on his arm. Oh.
And guys, that is medically recorded. Just so everybody knows, that was medically recorded. Now, if you don't think it was a UFO, you have to ask yourself, if it's medically recorded that he hurt his arm, burned his arm, how did he burn his arm? Was there something on the boat? You have to ask that. And there was no reports that he burned himself on the boat. So it was something from the sky. Now, some people could say an airplane exploded and that's what hit him. And that's fine. I could get that answer more than some other reason why his arm got burnt in the middle of the ocean. In the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
So
overwhelmed by fear, Dahl and his son seek refuge on the shores of Maury Island, patiently awaiting the departure of the enigmatic saucers. The following morning, an unexpected visitor arrives at Dahl's doorstep in Tacoma. This mysterious individual, donning a black suit, white shirt, black tie and black shoes, along with a classic fedora, arrives in a black 1947 Buick. These details are meticulously documented in the records.
You guys hear that? That is documented in the records that a man appeared, men in black. First recording, first story ever. Now, of course, we know when we get more into the video, it's going to talk about the military side. So, but what I'm getting at is you have a men in black that's technically works for the FBI or the government. They work for the government. I know military works for the government too, but they're another part. Roswell only had technically the military. Here you have men in black and eventually military. So you got something that's a little extra, and it's written. So here we go.
Dahl recounts all the events that occurred the previous day. Subsequently, he imparts a cautionary message that becomes the distinctive instruction for all subsequent men in black. Do not disseminate this. You are unaware of the gravity of what you witnessed. Unfortunate consequences will ensue if you disclose this information. The subsequent events delve into the annals of UFO history, encompassing vanishing extraterrestrial objects, a plane accident, peculiar incidents encountered by Dahl and his family, and potentially the FBI's inaugural inquiry into unidentified flying objects. Edmiston stated that the FBI carried out an investigation for nearly 3 weeks, meticulously documenting their findings on a daily basis, ultimately reaching the involvement of J. Edgar Hoover.
So,
J. Edgar Hoover.
I know. So, why would J? What's your opinion on J. F. Hoover being interested in this case? Hey, because he's the one that sent the military generals, which we'll get in the video. We'll get into the 2 military officers that came down, but why do you think he was involved in this case?
Well, J. Edgar Hoover is highly relevant in lots of things because he's pretty much started the FBI. You know what I mean? He's the guy. He's the one who put the whole damn thing together, and he's known for taking the FBI that he created and creating specific groups, like separating, basically like Mulder, like Mulder and Scully.
Fox, Mulder, and Scully. Yeah.
He is the one who started the X-Files. Okay, J. Edgar Hoover is the one who, you go through his old files. A lot of his stuff is still redacted. You can't really read it, but he's the one who started the X. Why would he start the X-Files? Why? Because it was right after the incident happened that all kinds of shit started being recorded, like strange creatures, shadow people. I mean, he's the one who started the X-Files. And it all started from this big incident, well recorded. Now, remember, I worked at an internship. My internship was here in Des Moines, Washington, where I'm at right now, down at the Des Moines Historical Center. You remember that. And so I saw all the stuff in there. I'm at the Smithsonian, I'm front line. Smithsonian Institute, Fort Lewis Historical Museum. There's the fucking Army planes. Internship right down here at I know the whole fucking schmill. But yeah, J. Edgar Hoover was very relevant, and he's the one who basically started the X-Files. He's the man.
You hear his name more on this case than the Roswell. It's kind of interesting that, and Roswell's the bigger name.
Good, you got it.
It's weird. It's weird. There's more connection with him on this case than Roswell. It doesn't.
You don't hear J. Edgar Hoover doing nothing for Roswell.
No,
nothing.
It's interesting.
Nothing in his files. How is it that all his files have everything to do with fucking Maury Island, but nothing to do with Roswell?
It's weird. Yeah. Let's hear more of this.
It is evident that Hoover played a significant role in this matter, as his keen interest in it is unmistakable. On June 24, 1947, 3 days after the incident, Kenneth Arnold, a pilot and federal marshal, witnessed the peculiar sight of 9 discs gliding across the north face of Mount Rainier.
You guys hear that? Kenneth Arnold, after this incident, saw 9 flying saucers. Right before Roswell. It's like, okay,
right.
9. Kenneth Arnold, 9.
Yeah.
And that's not, I know we have Boeing up in Washington, but in 1947, it wasn't like they had technology where they had like 9 planes flying right next to each other. They could do that now with jets, Blue Jays flying in the sky, but 1947, having 9 planes right next to each other. What do you say? That AI voice makes me want to stick ice picks in my ears. Hey, chill out, Danny. Chill out.
This sighting would go on to be famously referred to as the origin of the term flying saucer by the media. The local and national press, including renowned journalist Edward R. Murrow, conducted interviews with Arnold, and his extraordinary experience became a sensation in radio broadcasts and news headlines worldwide. Subsequently, Arnold was interviewed by First Lieutenant Frank M. Brown and Captain William L. Davidson from Hamilton Field in California.
So that's what I'm talking about. They sent 2 important people from California to come up here to interview the man in Tacoma at a hotel, which it's recorded. It's not a makeup. It's not a hidden. There was a real interview. If it was fake, you had a Hoover on it. You think they're going to waste all that money to send 2 important officers to come to Washington in 1947 to interview a guy who takes a boat out into the ocean?
Right. Also, Project Blue Book. Both the scientist and the lieutenant the ones who started Project Blue Book, was created at the same time. That's when the Project Blue Book was created.
Yeah,
it was created in 1947, I think. Well, yeah, it was around. It was the time. It was when Project Blue Book was all of a sudden created. And who? Yeah, look it up.
Was Project Blue Book created? Let's see here.
All of it.
No. The book officially launched in March 1952.
Oh,
but officially launched, but
no, that's the big one. That's the table.
They
of
were working on all these previous UFOs data when they kind of launch it in not public, but
yeah, you're right. Project Blue Book, the actual name, which is a larger organization.
Yeah, but they were already working on it.
But there were still 2 investigators that went down to Des Moines, and they were already working on all these things. So the Project Blue Book is just the name they gave it later with all the information and data that they put together, and they called it Operation Blue Book.
Yeah.
But other than that, they were independent.
Exactly.
But it was
just don't launch a book without information and data. The data started because in 1947 with Hoover, like you said, he started the X-Files in a way, and all that.
Hoover,
and all that information has to go somewhere. It went into Project Blue Book.
Yeah, and there's a TV series. There was a series that came out, I guess, a year ago, or like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that has that actor that plays Littlefinger. He plays Littlefinger on Great Game of Thrones. He's a good actor.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't remember their names.
There was an actual series, and if you watch the TV series, it shows him and the lieutenant going down right here to Des Moines and sitting down and having conversations. And those 2 guys went looking for the missing plane that had all that slag and whatever parts and pieces that fell off of that spacecraft. Remember, it went missing, and those guys went looking for it. It's even in the TV series.
Yep.
Let's
hear more
as a reference. What is it?
Convened with Kenneth Arnold and Fred Chrisman at the Winthrop Hotel in Tacoma before departing to Hamilton Field. It was already midnight on July 31st, 1947, when they concluded their interviews and urgently called for a command car to transport them back to Hamilton Field. The urgency stemmed from the fact that it was Air Force Day, the day when the Air Force officially separated from the Army, and they declared that all planes were required. The following morning, around 9:20 a.m., Arnold received a call from Fred Chrisman, who informed him about the news of a B-25 bomber that had exploded and crashed just 20 minutes after taking off from McCord Field. The crash occurred near Kelso, Washington, as the left engine of the B-25 caught fire. According to an article in the Tacoma Times, an intelligence officer at McCord Field confirmed that the B-25 bomber had been carrying classified material from the Maury Island UFO incident.
It disappeared.
Kind of strange, right? Now, listen.
It disappeared.
There's plane crash all through history. I mean, that is true. But it's just kind of like you had important officers did this interview, and like you're talking about, they picked up stuff from the SLAD. From some say it was a SLAD material on the plane. Some people believe there was an alien on that plane. Then all of a sudden, just 20 minutes after takeoff, and there's a side story that some people have witnessed. It's not recorded history, but they said it was blown out of the sky on the left engine. But I mean, that can't be proven.
Yeah.
But this plane really did crash. That really truly happened.
And it went missing, and all the materials went missing. All the stuff went missing. Everything went missing. Right down here at the museum when I was playing around with that stuff, you and I had met some guy at a coffee shop because Eric and I have been running around investigating over here. That's part of the stuff that we're doing. And we met a guy who knows another guy, of course. He's got a piece of the slag. He's got a piece of the slag. There's all these people with the pieces of the stuff, still floating around everywhere. So it's still in fact, there's a big festival coming up, I guess this weekend. I'm not sure. Yeah, coming up pretty soon.
I think the 20th. I think next weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah.
Hold on. Everybody, Danny, Bob's not telling you the whole truth, Danny.
Oh,
Bob
cool.
was flirting with these 2 girls in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
He was flirting.
I was converting them. They were lesbians. And I wanted to convert
Bob asked the women, "Hey, are you guys going to be going to the Men in Black thing?" And then this guy was sitting at a table, looked up. It was like listening to hear an answer. And the guy was sitting down, was one of the producers of the Maury Island Incident movie. It's like a 30-minute movie. You can find it online. You got to pay money for it. And the guy who's behind the Men in Black event. But we didn't even know it. It's just
he's
like
throwing the event.
He's throwing
He's
the
in
event,
charge
and
of it.
somehow it just lined up where we were all together in there. And he was kind of surprised at how much we knew about the story.
Then I told him I interned down there, right behind the coffee shop. I was like, well, look out the window. I interned right there in the historical museum. And he's like, what? You interned in there? I'm like, yeah. Well, that's where I learned how to do my museum studies right there. My internship. I went through the whole fucking thing down there. I know the whole goddamn thing, the whole story. You and I were naming things that he didn't even know. He was like, whoa. You guys need to come to that event. He says, yeah, well, we might be there. We might not be there. Depends. You know, they're just there for the fun and giggles, but we're researching. Yeah.
And then hold on a second, because I want to show you guys, because I sent Bob a link this morning. I go, hey Bob, this is the guy we talked to. That guy right there. That's the guy we talked to.
You show it. That's him.
Told Harold everything that had happened to Harold on the water the day before, even though Harold at that point says he hadn't told anybody. But the man in black knew everything that had happened.
It was kind of cool. You know what I mean? It's just like,
what timing is that? Well, that's why I always think this has got to be some sort of cartoon matrix. It's impossible, dude. What is the probability between 1 and like what number
Reported
that we would come across that guy?
Sorry, I was just putting the video back on the screen, and
yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
I mean, what would be the probability of us coming across that guy in the coffee shop? And it was nobody else there but me and Eric and 2 lesbian girls that I'm trying to hit on so I can convert them over. But I got close. I'm getting closer. Not to add to that story, but Eric was there. We invented it. I was asking for a cup of coffee, a mocha, and it has banana in it. So I intentionally had them they were like confused about putting banana, like a banana syrup in the coffee, whatever, because I was trying to be a little bit more on the phallus symbol side. But anyway, I'm getting that close to getting those 2 lesbians. But other than that, we met that guy that was on the camera right there, and we were telling him information that he didn't know. He was like, "Wow, where'd you guys come from?"
It's a small world. Let's hear more about this video.
A single enigmatic source claimed that the B-25 bomber originating from Hamilton Field was downed by a 20 mm cannon.
See? That's the rumor story.
Rather than an engine malfunction. Allegedly, the purpose behind this crash is to conceal the fact that classified information was obliterated while it remains securely stored within the confines of Area 51. Is the veracity of the story in question? Let us examine the Roswell UFO incident. In the summer of 1947, specifically in June or early July, a farmer named William Mack Brazel stumbled upon peculiar wreckage while tending to his ranch located approximately 70 miles north of Roswell. Intrigued, yet unsure of its nature, Brazel collected some of the debris and decided to seek assistance from the local sheriff.
Debris or sled. Like, same thing.
Same thing. It's a different word, exactly. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same material.
Perplexed by the discovery, the sheriff promptly contacted the Roswell Army Airfield, prompting the dispatch of 2 individuals to investigate the matter. One of these individuals was intelligence officer Jesse Marcel, who arrived at the sheriff's station to provide...
And a lot of people know this part. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, know that part.
Yeah.
But what interesting is military, there's no stories on Men in Black or Hoover really fully involved. It's just a little strange. Like, why this one had less. But here we go.
Blanchard's orders. Subsequently, Blanchard authorized the release of a press statement announcing that the base had successfully apprehended a flying saucer. On July 8th, the original article was published in the local newspaper. On that very day, the wreckage was transported on a B-29 aircraft alongside Marcel to an Air Force base located in Texas. Marcel was captured in a photograph alongside the alleged debris, and the military released a statement confirming it to be a weather balloon.
And what was interesting, every time they do some kind of reenactment or footage, it always shows like the farmer picking up like small pieces, like all pieces.
Yeah.
And then here's this
Yeah.
one shot only in a picture, this big, huge piece, but there was never like language that the pieces this farmer found was that big of a piece. I'm just bringing that up.
Let me say this though. I was on the USS Blue Ridge LCC-19, and we had weather balloons, air quotes, weather balloons. I don't want to get in trouble. And I used to pick them up out of the water with a big old hook. We'd bring them in a boat. But anyway, weather balloons have that. That's a piece of a weather balloon. That's a piece of a balloon. So in this picture right here, he's not holding up anything from any crash.
No,
there's nothing.
He really is holding a balloon.
He really is holding a balloon.
But the question is, was that from that wreckage, or was that just a picture?
I think this is a fake. This is him holding up an actual piece, because they did launch balloons there. They were launching balloons. They were testing them for World War II. Well, before World War II, kind of getting into the whole spill of it. And that is an actual piece of a balloon. This is why they spun that balloon thing later on.
Oh, very easy.
He's not holding up any real wreckage pieces. That's not a wreckage piece.
Okay, let's see what they say.
In 1995, following numerous inquiries regarding the event, the US Air Force acknowledged that the account of a weather balloon was falsely created to conceal a classified undertaking known as Project Mogul. This project aimed to monitor atomic activity above the Soviet Union using high-altitude balloons.
Same thing.
Additional aspects of the Roswell incident, such as reports from certain witnesses suggesting the presence of extraterrestrial bodies recovered from the site, were clarified as being parachute test dummies that had fallen, as detailed in a comprehensive follow-up report in 1997. The narrative surrounding the Roswell incident is constantly evolving, leaving us to question what the actual truth is. Eric Wood, the representative for the UFO community on the Paranormal Highway, took it upon himself to conduct an investigation. Eric reached out to retired Army Lieutenant Colonel David Rudom to gather information about the Roswell cover-up.
We know who that person is.
David revealed that there is more to the story than what was disclosed in the report submitted by Major Jesse Marcel, as certain details were intentionally redacted. Initially, Jesse stated in the original report that the recovered material was from a crashed UFO. However, the very next day, the explanation was altered to claim it was a weather balloon. What was also concealed in the original report was the fact that Major Jesse Marcel confirmed the similarity between the material found at the crash site and the material discovered during the Maury Island Incident. J. Edgar Hoover, recognizing the potential panic and the detrimental impact on future UFO sightings and cover-ups, ordered that the connection between the two incidents never be mentioned again.
Wow.
He understood that if the public became aware that the two UFO stories were linked, it would create widespread panic and make it increasingly challenging for the government to conceal future UFO encounters. There is undoubtedly much more to this story that remains unknown.
And think about that, people. You don't hear Roswell and Hoover's name really connected, only with that.
Maury Island.
Really needed the story separated. And of course, Roswell had the better name. Roswell became the bigger story, which I don't know, people. I mean, it's up to you what you want to. I think Maury Island is the bigger story. I truly 100% believe it's bigger.
The military was not equipped for handling something that's extraordinary. You know, they were not equipped for anything paranormal. You know, anything that's it has like some sort of matrix glitch thingy. They don't have that. So they did what they normally do. They already invented the FBI. FBI was still spinking brand fucking new. J. Edgar Hoover, in between cross-dressing, invented the whole damn thing, separated all the different departments because it was brand spanking new, and they needed somebody to play around with the whole thing. So they got the FBI to do it, which is domestic terrorisms, domestic problems. Military had nothing. They're like, we don't. They're what do you call compartmentalized. I mean, this guy is distributing beds. This guy is making bullets. This guy's making tires for car. Nobody's talking to each other in the military. Kind of, but no connections. They're all so compartmentalized. They don't know what's going on. So the FBI handled it. So J. Edgar Hoover was all over it. And he put together a little group like the X-Files, whatever groups. Yep. He did all that. It's in his files, guys. This is not us doing a conspiracy. This is a fact. And J. Edgar Hoover did all this.
A place, Bob, where you used to work at, you're going to recognize the place you used to work at, put out an article.
Oh, wait, where was this at?
A Museum of Flight.
Yeah, I worked there.
The Maury Island Incident before Roswell. I mean, they make sure, this is the place you used to work at.
Yeah, I worked there too. People like say, well, who makes you an expert? Okay, Smithsonian, Museum of Flight, Fort Lewis. I worked intern down at the Des Moines. Just come on. I mean, come on. Believe me when I'm telling you all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Museum of Flight. They even had all kinds of buzz about it themselves, all the information, everything. I'm like, yeah, I know all about it.
And they're talking about that film, the movie, and the guy, one of the guys behind me is the guy we talked to in the coffee place.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's Steve or Scott. I can't remember what name he told us. Man.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I was too busy trying to hit on lesbians.
To show that this story is interesting. Here's something interesting, people. And you guys, all you guys could take this with a grain of salt. Take this with a grain of salt. So yesterday, Bob and I did the Maury Island thing, which I will be putting out a video. I just got to put it all together. But when I went to pick up Bob, I wanted to record.
So weird.
I wanted to record Bob, Dr. Wu, on how fast it is to get down to the boat area where the boat launched. And I did so many filming before. I filmed the Bigfoot stuff on that camera, and this has never happened to me. And somehow, I was filming, and there was this guy walking with his backpack, which I seen this guy like 3 times.
Yeah, I did too.
3 times.
I did too.
And then we went to go look, and then he's gone. I turned off the camera.
The black backpack.
And then I was gonna re-look at it. With Bob trying to because Bob saw this guy with a backpack too. We're trying to see if this is the same looking guy. And somehow, I mean, you could do this on phones to speed up a video, but somehow. And that never happened to me before. Never happened to me before. And when I went to look at it, 24 minutes went down to like 21 seconds. Watch. Yep. I have it right here. I have this part right here.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? It's just like driving down there. We got the ticket. It's like Bob's talking. You're trying to show Roswell. And then was that the guy? See
that was the guy. That was the guy.
And then it's almost like it's there's the guy.
That was the guy. That was the guy.
There's the guy. But it sped it up so fast. Like I don't know how.
No.
But we saw this guy. I'm not saying this guy's following us, but I'm not. Maybe, but somehow this whole section of the video was just fast, and everything we said not recorded. Never happened to me before. Never once happened to me before. Why?
Like the guy. How did that even happen? 24 minutes sped up to 21 seconds, and there's no reason for it. And all because you wanted to go back and look at that guy. I wanted to see more. I want to see that guy because we saw him 3 times, 3 different locations, guys. He has a hoodie. He has a black hoodie. It's all black. He's wearing all black. He's wearing tan pants, an all black hoodie, and he's got a black backpack. He's got a brown backpack on his black hoodie. He's got a backpack, and he saw him 3 times in 3 different locations. Now we drove to 3 separate locations that were miles apart, and I go, "That's the same guy. How the fuck did that guy get?" That was crazy. And then Eric went back to look at the footage.
My fault. Wrong one. So like it's like, so you can see I did recordings, and when I go back down to that section, it even stays fast. Hold on. Where is it? 'Cause even where is it?
Yeah, that was. It's
just like it's fast, but you know. And then I played around with other recordings and nothing else did that.
So what Eric was trying to do was, we were both trying to debunk ourselves. So Eric was like, "Did you see that guy?" I said, "Yeah, we saw that guy miles down the road 3 times. This is the 3rd time we saw him." So Eric had him on camera 3 times, kind of just miscellaneous doing stuff. So when Eric went back to see if we were crazy, if it's the same guy, it is. I go, "It's the same guy." Something. Eric went to look for it, and the damn thing sped up like crazy fast. You only got him able to see him once on there.
Yeah.
You got to stop it to get him on there. It's like you recorded that strange person, and the whole damn video went nuts.
I'm not trying to be a conspiracy, but it's almost like they did it. Somebody did that on purpose.
Yeah, I was like, wow, how did that happen? How the hell did that happen? I even tried to Google it and say, how do you get your phone to record like that super fast? And then you had to set your phone to do it. You had to go into you had to have set it. I mean, you had to go into your phone and physically set it
to record
like that. They'll do that. Eric went back to look at it, and I was like, "Dude, it's fine. It's not set." Well, how did it do that? Well, I'll tell you one thing.
I'm just letting the dog out. The dog wants out.
I'll tell you what. There goes the evidence of that guy showed up 3 times at 3 different locations. It's gone. You only got him on one because everything was so fast. We got lucky and got one clip of him with his all black hoodie, all over his head, like a man in black, with a backpack and tan fucking pants. I was like, that's just weird. It's kind of uniformy. He looks a little bit like on the uniform side. You know, that's a little bit put together there. That was weird.
It really was. It doesn't.
You're like, that's the same guy. I said, yeah, dude. Yeah, we saw him 3 times. Eric goes, well, let's take a look and make sure we're not crazy. And Eric went back. 24 minutes and 21 seconds. It's like, oh, well, there goes that evidence, except for one clip. We got one clip of the guy. Show the picture of the guy one more time. That's freaking weird, man. I mean, that is like, they manipulated, like, God, can you imagine having that ability to manipulate shit like that on the spot? So here, I'm handsome there. And there he is. There's the guy. You got one picture. We had 24 minutes. We had him 3 times, 3 different locations. Now you just got him one. You got to stop to get him. All black hoodie, all the way around his face. I think he's got sunglasses on and a backpack.
And
we'll have to drive down to get to change that.
You're not gonna you're not gonna see here until I put it out, but we were on the beach. I'm trying to see if I can get, because hold on. I know you really can't tell people. You can't really tell here. Hold on. I have to zoom when I cut the video. You have to zoom in. But there's a boat that showed up. There's a black. You might. I'm gonna put it out maybe sometime next week. I gotta put it together. But there was a boat. There was 2 boats put out, and Bob had his little thing, and they had binoculars looking at us.
Right at us. There were two boats appeared out of nowhere, and they've got their fishing lines out. Okay, well, they're just fishermen. Eric's like, yeah, but that's weird, isn't it? And they're both looking right at us. And there's two boats patrol, and they both stopped. One stopped there, one stopped there, and they were just both looking right at us with their binoculars. First, that guy with the 3 spots. Then we're across the island looking the other direction, and then all of a sudden these boat guys showed up. Just like last time. Remember last time we did it? Mm-hmm. Same fucking boat people showed up. Same motherfuckers. And I bet you they got black hoodies, tan pants, and a backpack. You know, that same fucking little weird uniform they're all wearing. There's something going on here, dude. I know it. I feel it in my gut. This is all fantasy bullshit. You guys can take it or fucking leave it, but I still think there's a portal open. I think they broke through, they got here, shit did whatever they're going to do, and that shit is still open. And they're coming in and out of it.
If any one of you guys are in Washington, Danny, you're going to have to fly. You need to come to Washington because there's a lot of events. Like here's one on Maury Island Incident Historical Society is doing the burning saucer links. What possibly could go wrong? History, secret handshakes, telling, Slack, Sparky, live music, annual meeting of the Maury Island Incident Historical Society. New date, June 18, 2026. Which we're going to try to make it there.
We're going to try to get there. Yeah, since we met the fucking guy throwing it. We met the head dude. He wants us to be there.
This one is not the Men in Black party. On the Des Moines side, Bob. This is actually this one is on the island.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
So there's 2 separate things going on.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, here, let me check my dates. Let me make sure.
Wow. Yeah, so I bet you the same people go to that one, go to the other one, or maybe the whole island gets together because that's a long haul to go all the way across over the ferry.
This one is on a Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah, this one's on a Thursday. And I know I took a picture of the other event. Let me see. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hold on a second. And then I have to show it. I took a picture. The other one is a Men in Black Festival 2026. That was on the 20th. So that was on the 20th at a place called the Quarter Deck. So there's several events that are going on, but I want to go to the one on Thursday that's on the island. I think that's the.
Maybe we go to the one on Thursday. Wait, yeah, that's next week, right?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, they're next Thursday. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I think we got to go to that one. We got to go there with our investigation hats on. Aha.
So there's a lot of, no. Now, we know, in reality, people, we all know a lot of these people who go to these events are just going because it's an event. They're not really into the story. But still, at least they're talking about it. And then maybe they'll let Dr. Wu stand up and tell his part of knowledge, or they'll be like, no, we can't have this guy up here. He knows too much. He'll make us look bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're just regular people having a good time on that one. I mean, you know what, though? The thing is, I want to see if that guy is going to be there with the fucking hoodie, because I'm going to confront him. I'm going to walk right up to that fucker. I mean, I want to meet that guy. I want to find out what's going on, because I guarantee you he's one of them.
Well, look at what they do there. I mean, look, they they actually recreate stuff. They took a ship on fire, so they really embraced the event.
Yeah, because the boat was on fire.
And this kind of looks like that guy that we talked to. I don't know if it's him, because this could be years ago, but it almost looks like the guy we talked to with the goatee.
It probably is. Probably the same group. Probably the same group that goes there, and then they come across the other side. You know, they turned it into a big, fun, fancy, fun. It's like they did with Roswell. They turned Roswell, the whole incident of Roswell, into a big old clown show.
They're burning a Star Trek.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. They burn spaceships in effigy. That's fucking funny.
Burning sauce. Oh yeah, some of these pictures from last year.
Oh, that's cool. They're burning the spaceships in effigy. It's kind of fucking funny.
Yeah, see, they do it. Yeah. They do it every year.
Wow.
It's kind of cool to see them embrace it.
Yeah, we're gonna try to make that. We're definitely gonna try to make that. See if we can kind of get involved with that one, and we'll do it live. If we do it, guys, we'll do it live, so you guys will get to see it. If we go, we probably are. It depends on what happens. Something happens. So we'll be doing a live broadcast from this event. You guys will see it live.
And Danny, don't worry about your legs. Bob's got some secret medicine that can help you.
Oh, what happened to his leg?
You'll get your legs working.
What the fuck happened to his leg? My health is in the toilet right now. I'm lucky I made it to the grocery store today. Knee issues, bad. Oh, you need some CBD oil or a CBD cream for your knee.
He probably has that.
Well, he probably smokes it. He's not supposed to smoke it. He's supposed to use it on his leg. Knowing Danny Staten, he probably put it in his pipe. You know.
Well, portal, yes, I guess that makes sense. Well, guys, if you kind of think about it, if ships are coming here from outer space, from other, they would have to use some kind of a portal wormhole, unless they have some kind of a power energy that's beyond beliefs that can make them get here quicker. Otherwise,
they're using a portal.
Still in a way, there's a wormhole.
They're using a wormhole. There you go. They're using a wormhole. They made a wormhole. That's what that whole thing. I know it is. I don't fucking care. People can argue me all fucking till the cows come home. They did that on purpose. They opened up a wormhole, and homies are walking back and forth, coming in and coming out of the wormhole. It's just the Eisenberg Bridge. It's what they made. They have the technology to do it, and they did it. So that's what's going on. That's what it is. I know that's what it is. And so a lot of these strange things are going on right now. In fact, this is a conspiracy. I'm going to add a conspiracy spin to the whole damn argument. I'll do a conspiracy spin. I don't know. I don't believe it, but people are saying that in a tangent universe, there's multiple us. There's multiple yous. Multiple. And so they're saying that all these celebrities and famous people keep showing up a little bit different. It's like they're being exchanged for another version of themselves, but another version of themselves from a different place, and they're being swapped out with and being exchanged with. Coming through these wormholes. And like, so another me shows up and takes me out and replaces me with me, another version of me, but in this place.
I don't mind that, as long as hopefully their body's healthy. They got good legs, so these things with a good body that's healed.
But there'll be a slightly different thing about him. For example, I think old Eminem, that rapper guy, everyone's screaming that he had a particular tattoo, and all of a sudden he's missing the whole tattoo. It's a whole different kind of thing. Or I remember Donald Trump combing his hair the other way. I remember Donald Trump swooping his hair the opposite way. I always remembered his fucking comb over. He had a comb over. He has a comb over. He's bald. He had hair implants, but he had a comb over. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just remember it wrong. Maybe he just switched it up. I don't know. But it does look like people are being swapped. Like they're being swapped with another version of themselves. Maybe a more compliant version of themselves. Maybe another version of themselves is coming here for a vacation and taking out the person that's already here, then swapping themselves with that other person and living here now. You never know. You don't know. Because you don't know what that version of your universe looks like over there. So if your version of that universe over there is shitty, you could swap yourself with another version of you in a better universe.
Yeah. Now this is a little bit technically this is off subject in a way, but if a lot of you people out there, if you're into Mandela effects, like changes, like word changing, serial changes, or you just heard the word Mandela effect, I put out a music video of in this music video, there's different Mandela effects that people believe have changed. Just like the first part here, Smokey the Bear. You know, that's part of the Mandela effect. Like here's a couple. Jiffy, Jeff, there's the Disney. They said it's not there no more. Susan, Kit Kat, that has the dash. First, monocle bear. So what I'm trying to get at, people, it is a music video, but you got the famous box of chocolate. So this music video is also like it's like a museum of different, not just because of the song, but like Stouffer's. People believe that stovetop was Stouffer's.
It was
Fruit Loops raisin. So this is kind of like telling you these are some things that people believe are their Mandela effects, and it's up to you to believe them. But if you don't know too much about the Mandela effect, a lot of the stuff in here, of course, that's Nelson Mandela right there. You know, you have Queen of the World.
The world.
Shazam.
Which is kind of an example of these wormholes, and even probably just the common regular schmuck, the regular person, are also being swapped. Like, I know I came from a Sagittarius Earth located in Sagittarius Earth constellation.
Sorry.
So I'm saying I know I came from where I came from, so maybe I got swapped because I live right up the road from that Maury Island incident. So maybe my spirit got swapped to this place. Maybe yours did too, Eric.
Yeah, you never know. That's my favorite. I like that. So, if you guys want to hear a music video, I'll put the link here. Check it out because through it out, there's all like you see sex. It says sex in the city, but of course now it's called sex at the city. So everything in this video has, of course, my favorite is this one, Moonraker. I love that one. Of course, everybody knows Frosted Flakes. People remember a black nose, but right now he has a blue nose. And they wrote Cap Crunch, but we all remember it's Captain Crunch.
It's Captain.
Britney Spears, I Did It Again. She's wearing the headphones, but now you look at the picture, she's not.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, Skechers, and Cheese Whiz.
Cheese Whiz, man. Easy on the Cheese Whiz. Bet.
Mirror on the wall, which is now they're saying it said Magic Mirror on the wall.
Mirror on the wall.
And of course, Ed McMahon, the most famous one of them all, with Publisher Clearinghouse, which technically worked for American Clearinghouse.
See, so it shows that a lot of us probably swapped over here through these wormholes, man. Maybe we're all coming through it.
So
in this place.
So if you like the Mandela effect and you want to know all you got to do is watch the video and you're like, oh, that's a Mandela effect, and you can look it up, type it in. So it's kind of a museum of Mandela effects in a song that has Nelson Mandela throughout the video, kind of like showing you the world.
Yeah, and is holding his clock for time.
Holding his clock for time.
Time slips. We got a lot of time slips going on. People are reporting objects floating in the sky in weird areas. News media is showing up. This guy has I think he's in Texas. He's got a fucking branch hanging in the air. Yeah.
So beyond that, people, we're at that 11 o'clock mark. That's usually when the real world starts.
Yeah.
The real world starts. But I am going live tomorrow, guys, on my other channel. You know, this Tuesday I did the top 10 Bon Scott era of AC/DC. Tomorrow I'm doing the top 10 Brian Johnson era of AC/DC. So and Danny, you owe me your list, your 10 favorite Brian Johnson era. So you need to send that to me so I can say it on air. So almost 2 p.m. here. So what do you got coming up, Bob, in your new bubble? If you don't get late.
Yeah, I'm in my so I'm in a bio bubble. Everyone's like, "What? What are you at?" I'm in a bio bubble. It's literally a bio bubble. Because my voice is so gruff that I've been annoying the neighbor upstairs. My voice is too gruff. They can hear me talking too loud. So I had to get a bio bubble. Eric was laughing. I got to do some. I got to do some insulation in the bio bubble. So I ordered some egg crate foam insulation for the bio bubble. So I'll be working inside this. Maybe do a later show. I don't know. I got beer. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing because I can't do anything until I make improvements on the bio bubble. So
you're filling it out. Basically, you're just filling it out right now.
Yeah, I've got lots more things coming to the mail today. Mail things straightened out. Things for the bio bubble. So in order for me to do shows and not get in trouble, I've already got trouble twice. I have to really do some fixing up in the bio bubble.
Yeah. So beyond that, people, we're going to end the show here, and we'll see you next week. Who knows what area we're going to explore next week. We might go back to Black Diamond, but usually Black Diamond, I like to go at nighttime. Daytime, it's not the same when you do paranormal ghost hunt. But, we might go in the daytime, just explore exactly how we want to do it at night.
I've found out from my experience, it don't matter if it's day or night.
It doesn't matter.
Don't fucking
people
care.
just like nighttime, but we could do both. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can do both.
We got time. So beyond that, people, we're gonna end it here. We'll see you next time.
I will learn. We'll build a brighter future for everyone.